Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 10 things about me that I have never put out on this channel before. Alright, if you're new here, I'm Claire. This channel is all about mom stuff, lady stuff, and life stuff. So definitely hit that subscribe button down below if you are into any of that. And today is a tag video. I was tagged by the lovely Jackie from over at Jaxx Life. I will leave a link to her channel in the description. She's just a lovely human and her family is beautiful, and I have collabed with her like a long time ago, and we've sort of just been keeping in touch on Instagram and stuff. And if you like this channel, you'll definitely like her too, so go check her out. And yeah, she tagged me in this 10 things about me that I've never like shared before. So if you know me personally, some of these you might know, but you might still even be surprised. So I guess we'll start. Number 1, I believe in psychics. I believe that dead loved ones contact me in my sleep. I believe in like shadow people. I like feel presences of like dead people and like spirits in my home, and I've had like a lot of like real intense experiences with that. That could be a whole nother video. If you like think that's like stupid and weird, like that's totally fine. I totally get that it's just not some people's thing, and that's fine. But if you are like interested in that, like I could make a whole video on some of my insane psychic experiences, because like I've had like the death of my grandmother was predicted, the birth of both of my children was predicted, the gender, like tons of crazy stuff. So if you want more on that, like we can do a video, it's fine. Number 2, I actually purchased my first home when I was still in high school. I graduated in 2009, so in the United States we had a bit of a housing market crash in 2008. And one day, my senior year, I was walking home from school, and not a particularly nice part of town, and there was a house that was for sale for $5,000, and I'm not even kidding. And I talked to my dad, and then I talked to my uncle, who then financed it for me. And he is really the one who taught me how to deal with money, how to budget, how to do all that stuff. And I bought the house, I fixed it up. It had 2 units. I rented 1 unit out. I lived in the front unit. And I lived there for a lot of years, and it really worked out really well for me. I sold it and got like a really nice profit on it, and yeah, it was a good one. Number 3, my favorite band is ABBA, and I find that I like gravitate more towards groups. Other ones in my top bands are like the Spice Girls, Destiny's Child. You know, I'm a 90s baby, so like of course. But ABBA is number 1, and I love everything they've ever made. I love Mamma Mia, but I would never listen to the soundtrack of Mamma Mia. I prefer like an ABBA original, but yes, they're my favorite band. Number 4, I actually have a condition called PCOS, or polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's where cysts grow in your ovaries. It can make your hormones act all crazy. There's a lot of crazy symptoms that has to do with it, and because of that, I thought I would never be able to have babies. So that's why my children are lovely miracles, and I'm so thankful that I had the opportunity to be a mom. Number 5, I have a huge fear of things touching my eyeballs. Like I would just rather go blind than get an eye drop. Like maybe not when it came down to it, but it would be hard for me. Like as a kid, if I had like pink eye or whatever, it would take my whole family to like sit on me and pry my eyes open and put an eye drop in. Even now, I am 28 years old, and I have never in my entire life opened my eyes underwater. I would just never ever do that. I also have anxiety about going to the eye doctor because I don't like when they put the air in there. And like when I was little, they did one where they put an eye drop in that made it numb, and then they poked the side of it. And I'm told that that's not like a popular test to do so often anymore, but I think that really scarred me, and like I really hate going to the eye doctor. One time I was on a plane with Jeff Goldblum. Me and my friend Mary Ellen were flying back from Berlin, and it was in February, so that's like where their big like film festival is. And we were on a plane with Jeff Goldblum, and we were right behind him in the customs line, but we were too chicken to say anything. We just stood behind him the whole time, being like, oh my God, look who that is. But yeah, neither of us would talk to him or say anything to him. So, you know, now that I look back at that, he probably appreciated that we gave him some space. I don't know. Fact number 7, I hate condiments. Hate them all. Very few exceptions. I don't mind a bit of ranch dressing, and I don't mind a bit of ketchup if I have really bland fries and I need the ketchup. But on a hamburger, on a hot dog, I hate condiments. I'm like a meat and cheese and bun kind of girl. I'm not a sauce person. I don't know why. It's just who I am. Number 8, I always knew from a very young age that I would end up in the arts in some capacity. Growing up, I was in like an acting group, and I was such notable characters as the coachman in Pinocchio. I was also in a children's choir. I also took art classes at Michigan State University, all like through elementary school and middle school. And I always knew that my career led somewhere within the arts. I ended up becoming a dog groomer, which is a very sort of not a thing you would think of as like an artist, but it is quite an artistic field to be in. You have to really have an eye for it, and yeah, it worked out really good for me. And then of course I have my YouTube channel, which really allows me to be super creative, and I just love it. And of course one day I am going to publish a book, so watch out for that someday in the future, because I don't know, it's gonna happen. Number 9, when I was in middle school, I had a tumor behind my cheek, like in my head, and only I knew it was there because like I could feel it, but it was like under the cheekbone, so like you couldn't see it, but I knew it was there. And I like told my family like over and over again, like I got something in my head, but like no one could feel it or see it. So it took a long time to finally convince them it was real, and it turned out I had a tumor in there. And so they went in through my mouth to take it out, and it was benign. There was no like cancer or anything like that, and I was totally fine afterwards. But you will notice like this cheek is a little bigger than this cheek, and also my eyesight on this side is why I need glasses. This eye is completely normal 20/20, and this eye has terrible vision. So I don't know if it's because of that tumor, but I always sort of suspected that's why this eye is a little wonky. I don't know. And lastly, the last fact about me is I hate country music. And I don't mean to offend anybody out there, but I really hate it. And I've tried so hard to be open-minded, because there are some really talented country artists out there, but I just can't stomach it. I just can't do it at all. The most country I would say I'll go is like Johnny Cash, like old school, like rock country. I hate like new country. I hate pop country. I didn't like Taylor Swift until 1989, so, you know, I just don't like it, so, I know, bummer for me. Alright, you guys, that was my 10 facts about me. I'm like 99% sure I've never mentioned any of those things in other videos, so hopefully you were interested in some of these random things about me. I'm gonna go ahead and tag 3 other YouTubers that I follow that I would love to hear them do this. The first one, her name is Hope, and her channel is called Reallifemama. She has beautiful children, and she's expecting, so if you love a good family channel, you're gonna love her. So Hope, I hope you do this. The other person I'm going to tag, her name is Cassie Lynn, and she makes amazing cleaning videos, you guys. So check her out. I would love for her to do this one too. And the last person I'm going to tag, it's called Someday I'll Sleep Autism Vlogs. She has her hands full with her kids, and I would love to hear more about her and not just her family. So I've tagged all these lovely ladies, and I'll leave their channel links down below if you guys want to check them out. And of course, leave me a comment down below. What was the thing I said that surprised you the most? And if you have any questions for me, you know, feel free to throw them in there. Of course, give this video a like and come back for more mom stuff, lady stuff, and life stuff. I post new videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to have you. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!